Hello students, this is my second video on list. In this video, I am covering operations on list and several list methods. List operations. Python provides several list operations. One is concatenation, second is repetition, third is membership testing, slicing and indexing. Concatenation is to combine two lists. Repetition is to print the list a number of times. Membership testing, where you will check the presence or absence of element in the list. Slicing, where you want to print multiple items from the list. Indexing is used for checking the index of the element. So these are the various operations on list which I will be discussing on Python IDLE in my next slide. Python list operations. The very first operation that I will discuss is concatenation. Concatenation means to combine two lists. Let's understand this with an example. Let's suppose we are taking two lists. One is list 1, list 1 which contains 1, 2, 3 and 4. So total 4 elements it contains. Another list with the name list 2 which contains the elements 4, 5, 6 and 7. So both the list contains 4 elements each. I am taking another list with the name list 3 which is containing the elements from both the list 1 and list 2. So we are combining the list with the plus operator. This plus operator is used for combining two lists. So this will combine the two lists. Let's see the output. The output that it is showing is concatenation of both the lists. So I am repeating, concatenation operator is used to combine the elements from both the lists. Next list operation is repetition. Repetition is also known as replication. We use the multiplication sign, in computer terms asterisk sign. So asterisk operator replicates the list, means it will print the list for a specified number of times. So let's see how it will work in Python IDLE. I am using the asterisk sign for printing this list 2. I am printing this list 1 for 3 times. So you have to use asterisk sign, then you will put the number of times you want the list to be printed. Let's see the output again, how it will work. Check the output. So it is printing this list 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then again 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is printing it 3 times. Now next list operation is membership testing. This membership testing is an operation which is used to check whether a particular element is a member of that particular list or not. Means हमें कोई list का element check करना है कि वो उस list में present है या नहीं. So any list can be checked for the presence or absence of a particular element using the in operator. लिस्ट मेंबरशिप टेस्टिंग के लिए हम इन ऑपरेटर यूज करते हैं. Now I will show you how this membership testing operation can be performed on list. We are considering this list 3 for this operation. I want to check if the element 5 is in list 3 or not. So I will write 5 in list 3. Let's see the output. It is printing true as the output, as 5 is present in the list 3, because list 3 is the combination of list 1 and list 2. So this is list operation, membership testing. If I write 5 not in, so what output it will print? Let's check. It will print false, as 5 is present in list 3. So this way you can check for the presence or absence of element in the list using the replication operator, using the membership testing operator in and not in. Now next Python list operation is indexing. Indexing is another list operation. This indexing operation will return the element at a particular index. Let's see how it will work. Print, then you will write the list name. Again I am taking list 3. You have to be very careful with the case. If capital letters are there, then you have to write in capitals. Otherwise, if it is in small, then you have to use small letters. If you want to return at a particular item which is stored at a particular position, then you have to use its index. This indexing in list I have discussed in video 1 of list. It will print 3, because if I want to check the element which is stored at the index position 2 in list 3, so the element is 3, the output of this statement would be 3. So this is list indexing operation. Next list in operation is slicing. This indexing and slicing both are used to retrieve elements from the list. In case of indexing, only one element can be retrieved, but if you want to retrieve more than one elements from the list, we can use the slicing operation. How this slicing operation will work, I'll explain this with the help of an example. I will consider this list 3 only. From list 3, I want to find out the elements from index 1 to 3. So how I will write 1, then this is the starting range, then colon 3. So it will return the elements which are stored at index 1 and 2. 1 is the starting range and 3 is the end range. Always remember, it will not include the end range. It will include 1 less than the end range. So that is why it will count the elements at index position 1 and 2. Let's check the output. You can check, it is returning 2 and 3, the element which is stored at index position 1 and 2. So this is slicing, list operation slicing. So these are the list operations, and I hope all the list operations are clear to you. Python built-in functions. Functions are also known as methods. There are several methods, several list methods. In this video, I have covered the methods for adding items to the list, methods for removing items from the list, and some more methods I have covered. Now for adding items to the list, 3 methods I have discussed: append, insert and extend. And for removing items, the methods that I have discussed in this video are pop, del and remove. And more Python functions that I have discussed are reverse, index, len, sort, clear, count, min and max. All these methods I have demonstrated on Python IDLE with their description in the next slide. So watch these methods in the next slide. I will discuss methods to add elements to the list first. 3 methods that I will discuss: append, extend and insert. Append method is used to add a single item only to the end of the list. Always remember that the item which you are adding, that will be added to the end of the list. Then extend method. Extend method is used to add multiple items, and items will be added at the end of the list only. What if you want to insert an element at a specified index position? Means you want to insert it any position or in the middle of the list. Then in that case you can use insert method. I have taken a list with the name list1, which is containing 4 elements: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I am demonstrating how we can add element using append method. I am adding element 40 to list 1 using the append method. Now after appending, I am printing this list 1 to see the change in the list. In the Python shell, you can check the output. And now the list 1 is containing one more element at the end, which is 40.
Now I want to add multiple items to list 1. List 1 is containing 5 elements now. When 40 is added, the elements comes to 5. List 1 dot extend items that I want to add this to list 1 are 20, 30 and 50. So 3 more elements I am adding. Now in the Python shell you can see what output it is producing. Now 3 more elements are added at the end of the list 1, 20, 30 and 50. So this way you can add more elements to existing list using the extend method. We can also create a new list and then also we can add. So here now I am specifying the list name instead of the elements. I am adding list L2 to list 1. So what it is doing? It is adding 2 elements 80 and 90 to list 1. So this way extend method will work. Third method is insert. This insert method will add any element, whatever you want to add, at a specified index position. Insert. Then firstly you will write the index where you want to insert the element. I am taking the list L2. So in L2 at the index position 1, let's add 2 more elements in this list L2 so that we can clearly check how this insert method is working. So in L2 I have added 2 more elements. So at index position 1 in L2 list I want to add another element. Let's suppose 456 I want to add at the index position 1. So 456, this is the index 1 is the index position in L2 list and 456 is the element which I want to insert. So print L2. So now in the Python shell I can check the output. You all can see this element 456 is added at the index position 1, that is at the second position in the list L2. So this is how these 3 methods work to add elements to the list. Methods to remove. elements from the list. Three methods I will discuss: pop, del, and remove. These are the three methods which are used to remove elements from the list. You can remove a single element or multiple elements using these methods. This pop and del method is used when we know the index position of the element which is to be removed from the list. Whereas remove method is used when the element is known but the index is not known. So in that case we will use remove method. Del method can remove single or more than one element from the list, and if you want to remove more than one element, then in that case we can use slicing. I have created a list with the name list1, which is containing 5 elements 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. First, I am working with pop method. This pop method is used when the index is known for the element which is to be removed. The list which I am referring to is list1. So list1 dot pop. I want to remove the second element 20 and the index for the second element is 1. So I will write index as 1. Make it a note, students, that this pop method will return the element which is removed from the specified index position. So you can use any variable on the left hand side to store the value which it is returning. I have taken B. Then if I am printing this list1, what output it will produce? It is removed this element which is at index position 1, that is 20. So the remaining elements left in list 1 are 10, 30, 40 and 50. So this is how this pop method works. This element which is removed is stored in B. If you print this B, it will show which element is removed. So the element can be stored also, which is removed in a variable in case of the pop method. Now, another thing in regard to pop only, that if I am not passing any index in the brackets, then what it will do? Let's check. You can check it has removed the last element, which is 50. So whenever we are not passing any index inside the pop brackets, it will remove the last element from the specified list. You can also pass the negative index also in the pop method, because pop method works with negative index values also. So minus 3 means it will count from the back. 50 is at minus 1, 40 at minus 2 and 30 is at minus 3. So it has removed 30. So this is how this pop method works. Now another method is del. Del is a statement, students, because wherever you are using simple brackets after the method name, that is a method, and if you are not using these simple brackets, then it does not come into the category of method. So let's see how this del works. This del statements also remove the element, or it can also be used to remove more than one element from the list, which is not possible with the pop and remove methods. So let's check how this del methods work. You will write the del keyword, after that the list name is list1, whichever element you want to remove from the specified index. So you will write the index position. The index position I am passing is suppose 2 from the list 1. Let's make these previous statements as comments so that all the elements remain there in the list 1. This hash symbol, if you use before the statements, it will make it as comment. That means these statements will be ignored at the time of executing the program. So what I have written, del list name, then 2 in square brackets. So it will remove the element at the index position 2 in the list 1. So now if I print this list 1, what output it will produce? We can check. At the index position the element is 30. So it has removed the element at the index position 2, which is 30. This del method does not return the element, so we cannot store the element in a variable. If I want to remove multiple elements, then I can make use of slicing. Suppose I am removing the elements at index position 2nd, 3rd and 4th, because the end value is not counted, so the 5 index is not counted, so 1 less than the end value is to be counted in case of slicing. So the index is 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So the elements at these indexes will be deleted. Let's check. We can check this 30, 40 and 50 elements which are at index 2nd, 3rd and 4th are removed from the list 1. So this is how this del is used to remove single element or more than one element from the list. Now the last method, which is remove method. It is also used to remove the element from the list, only a single element. But here this method is used when we are aware of the element but not the index position. Remove method works in the same way only. List 1, then the function name is remove. In brackets you will write the element which is to be removed. I want to remove 40, so I will write the element name, then print list 1. Again let's check the output. So the element 40 is removed. You can check the output. These are very easy methods. I hope clear to everyone. More list methods. In this video, in this session, I will discuss reverse, index, len, sort, clear, count, min and max functions. Reverse will reverse the order of the elements in the list. तो जो भी लिस्ट में एलिमेंट्स का ऑर्डर होगा उसे उल्टा कर देगा रिवर्स मेथड. पहले हम रिवर्स देख लेते हैं. There is a list which is containing the elements 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. If I am writing L1 dot reverse after that I am printing this list. So let's see what it is doing. It is reversing the order of the elements. The list elements were in this order 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now the list elements are reversed using the reverse function. So this is reverse. Next method is index. This index method do what? Whatever element you will pass inside the brackets, so in that case it will return the index of that particular element. L1 डॉट इंडेक्स. अब जिसका भी जिस एलिमेंट का भी आपको इंडेक्स फाइंड आउट करना है तो यू विल राइट द एलिमेंट नेम and then check the output. So what is the index of the element 40? It is printing 1. Why? The list was reversed. So while reversing, when we reverse the list, the 40 is present at the index position 1. Let's make it as a comment, this statement also. Now in this case you can check the index is 3. So 10 is at index position 1, sorry 0, 20 at 1 and 30 at 2 and 40 is at 3. So it is returning 3. So this way we can use index function. Next method is len. Len function will return the length of the list. How many items are there in the list? Let's see how it will work. You will write print, then the function name is len. In bracket you will write the list name for which you want to find out how many items are there in the list. So the items which are present in the list are 5. So it is returning 5. Very easy functions. सबको बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आ रहे होंगे because these are very easy methods. Next method is sort. Sort क्या करता है? जो लिस्ट के एलिमेंट्स हैं उन्हें असेंडिंग या फिर डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में अरेंज कर देता है. बाय डिफॉल्ट आइटम्स जो अरेंज होते हैं यूजिंग द सॉर्ट मेथड, दोज आर अरेंज इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. तो लेट्स सी हाउ इट विल वर्क. आप क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पर मैं इनको भी कमेंट्स बना देती हूँ जिससे सिर्फ आपको सॉर्ट का आउटपुट शो हो. तो प्रिंट I want to sort this L1 list in ascending order. लेकिन एलिमेंट्स पहले ही असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में है तो चलो हम इनका ऑर्डर चेंज कर देते हैं. पहले लिस्ट में 20 यहाँ पहुँचा देते हैं, यहाँ पर मैंने 10 कर दिया और यहाँ पर सपोज 5 कर दिया. अब सारे एलिमेंट्स आगे पीछे हो गए। तो अब इस लिस्ट को सॉर्ट करने का कुछ आपको बेनिफिट दिखेगा यूजिंग द सॉर्ट मेथड। ठीक है, तो प्रिंट L1 डॉट सॉर्ट। तो अगर हम इसमें कुछ भी पास नहीं करते हैं, राइट, हमने कुछ भी पास नहीं करा, अब हम प्रिंट कर देते हैं लिस्ट को, प्रिंट L1। तो लेट्स चेक द आउटपुट व्हाट इट इज डूइंग। सी, ऑल द आइटम्स आर अरेंज्ड इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर। 5 पहले आ गया, फिर 10 आ गया, देन 20 एंड देन 40।
So this is how this sort function works. If I want to reverse the order,
मीन्स अब असेंडिंग की जगह डिसेंडिंग में हमें अरेंज करने हैं आइटम्स। तो व्हाट आई विल डू, इन ब्रैकेट्स आई विल राइट रिवर्स इक्वल्स टू ट्रू। नाउ अगेन चेक द आउटपुट। Sorry, as we have to be very careful with the case, ट्रू का T कैपिटल होता है, तो you have to write it in capitals only. Now check the output. It is printing 40, 20, 20, 10 and 5. So it is printing the output in descending order, arranging all the elements of the list in descending order. Now next function is clear, but clear I will be covering in the end because it will remove all items from the list. First I will use count function. It will count the occurrence of an element in the list. How many times that particular element is present in the list. You will write the list name, then count function, which element you want to count. You can see this 20 is present twice in the list. So if I check for 10, so 10 is present only one time, so it is showing 1. If I check for 20, the 20 is present how many times in the list? It is present 2 times, so it will show 2. So this way we can use the count function. It will check the occurrence of an element in the list. Now next is min function. Min L1. So minimum element in the list is 5. So it is printing 5. This is very easy function. I hope this is clear. If I want to find out the maximum function, maximum value in the list, so you can check 40 is the maximum value. When I am using max function, so it is printing the maximum value as 40. Now we are left with only one method, which is clear. So clear will do what? It will clear all the elements from the list. Very easy method. you just have to write the list name, then the method name. Now let's print the list. And check, it is showing an empty list as this clear method has removed all the elements from the list. So these are all the list methods. We have discussed how to add elements to the list, how to remove elements from the list, and other list methods. So very easy methods. Once you practice them on your own, so these methods will be clear, more clear to you all. Thank you all. I hope you like this video and you are clear with more on list. Now, the next video that I will be posting is on NumPy. Keep connected and watch the videos.